Yeah, morning from London, and today we are going to be reviewing this classic, which is the Siglo 3. It's a Grand Corona, and very much one of my favourite Cohibas, to be honest with you. I'm not a big Cohiba fan. I had a box of 2011 Siglo 6 a good few years ago, which I finished the last one off not so long back, probably about a year or so ago. And they were a very, very fine box of cigars, I must admit. But I've had some of the Robustos and some of the other bits and pieces, and I've been a bit sort of like, you know, over the years, been a bit sort of not quite enamoured with them. But these I like. I like the Vitola. Let's just have a look at the box code. This is September 18, and I've had it sitting around, what is now 16 months now, acclimatised to my my humidor, and it's going to be vacuum sealed probably today once I've removed the cigar and smoked it to see what it's like, because you have to try your cigar before you pack them away, so you know roughly what they're going to be like in the future, so you can just get a gauge on what they are going to be like. So let's have a look at them. Well, there we are. This is the cigar themselves. They look absolutely beautiful, and they smell fantastic as well. They're a wonderful size. I love the Grand Corona size, and you know, the bands look absolutely beautiful. The greaseproof paper, I can even see some oil coming through on the greaseproof paper, which shows me that they're a very oily wrapper on there, and I can see a nice sheen, which tells me that. So at the moment I can tell that this is going to be a good box of cigars just visually. So anyhow, I'm going to remove one. I'm going to cut the head, obviously, and I'll smoke it with you, and I will get an idea of what it's going to be like. So for now, I'm going to vacuum it up and stick it away for a long while. Be back soon. Yep, welcome back. And here we are. I've already cut the head, and the pre-draw is absolutely spot on, which you would expect. The wrapper is magnificent. Classic Cuban light milk chocolate with a slight hint of readiness in there, but a classic Cuban wrapper. Pre-draw is absolutely beautiful sweet notes coming off of the leaves. It feels like it's going to be a great cigar. The band, as you can see, is slipping, and it's slipping because it's now acclimatised to my humidity in my humidor, which is slightly drier. So in theory, a lot of the water that was probably in the cigar at the start has all but gone. There's still a little bit in there, obviously, but if this was at, say, 70% or even 80% as when they first come in, probably that would have been rigid. You would never have been able to move that. But over the time of 16 months, I think I said, that these have been sitting acclimatised into my world, that is now slipping about, and I could probably take that straight off. But it's a beautiful band. Why would I want to do that? You know, you pay a lot of money for these things, so you know, you wanna have a look at the art. As I say, I like the art. Right, anyhow, I'm gonna spark this up, and I'll come back to you when I'm down to the second third. Well, I'd just like to say that the draw is absolutely spot on, as I expected, and the opening salvo is very sweet. Very, very sweet indeed. Lots of smoke. A nice white ash is forming. A little bit of a ragged burn at the start, but that's due to my shit lighting skills. Well, anyhow, as I said, I'll be back once I've done the first third and into the second. See you soon. Yeah, I have to say that coming in now into the approaching the second third, I've got to say that this cigar is absolutely stunning at the moment. It's so sweet and very, very slight hint of pepper across the tongue. It's smooth through the nose. It's absolutely everything you would expect from a high-end cigar. I'm just saying, wow. I mean, I've smoked a few cigars this weekend, and every one of them has been, for some reason, spot on. Beautiful. Really, really, you know, it's very rare you get that, and, you know, I just sort of like, you know, you can have 3 or 4 cigars over a weekend, and one of them won't be that good, but everyone I've had this weekend has been absolutely beautiful, and this is going to probably be my last one, and it is absolutely phenomenal. And a magnificent cigar. Wow, absolutely brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant so far. It's a very toothy ash as well, a toothy wrapper when I look at it closely. Yeah, just dense ash, classic part grey, part white, salt and pepper style ash, if you want to call it that. It's very dense, and it's just so sweet. It's just absolutely magnificent. Very happy with this. Very happy indeed. Magnificent. But what, you know, you would expect, I mean, these are like 30 quid each in a UK bricks and mortar shop. I'm not sure what they are on the internet, if you can find them. They've got to be at least $400, I would have thought. But absolutely beautiful. Right, I'll be back when I get down to the band. Bye now. I mean, going back to the aging thing, I mean, you know, these are... Do they need aging? They are that good. They are that good. I'm in a dilemma now. Because I know they go through a 3rd barrel fermentation process. And, you know, they're 16 months old already. So they've, you know, they're well and truly free of ammonia. I could put them away for another year, I suppose, but would they change that much? They might do, they might, you know, but do I need to age these? It's like a dilemma I've got. Honestly, these Siglo 3 are that good. Well, this particular cigar is that good at the moment. It's got the biscuit nature, it's got the sugars, or like the caramel, should we call it. It's got a little bit of pepper, just to give a little bit of bite. There's no bitterness to talk of at all. It's quite possibly the best young cigar I've ever had. This. It's that good. Would I want to age these any longer? Well, I'm going to judge it when I get to the band area. and I get into this very last third where things will start, more than likely will start to maybe get a bit bitter, but you don't know. I mean, the box of Rafael Gonzalez Petit Coronas that I'm going through at the moment are very consistent, and to be honest with you, I think Cuba are really nailing it at the moment with their cigars. I mean, in the last few years, the consistency of the cigars, I think, has been very, very good. You know, they want them smoke ready, and I believe that they are putting cigars out now that are smoke ready, so that they don't need aging. We don't want to age cigars. You want them like this. We want them where they're ready to go, where you can pull them out the box and smoke them. Yeah, you can put age on them. You can do what you want. You know, if you feel that you can improve them somehow. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, but you know, there's no point in just aging for the sake of it. You know. I mean, this tastes better than some 15-year-old cigars I've got. And it's, what, 16 months old? I mean, fair enough, it's got 16 months on it. Yeah, I know. It probably tasted a lot different when I first got the box. When really I should have pulled one out back then and smoked it, which I sometimes normally do, but I just put them away, and to be honest with you, they weren't there at the back of one of my humidors, and I completely forgot all about them. And then I was just I write all my inventory down on a in a book, and I just go through it just to remind me of what I've got. And I thought, oh fucking hell, I still got these, so let's get them out and let's try them now, see what they're like, and they are that good. Oh man, so good. Okay, I'll be back past the band. I have to say that the construction on this cigar is also absolutely phenomenal. I just went away and made myself a coffee, and it took me about 6 or 7 minutes to make it, I suppose, you know, buggering around as well, and I come back and it's still going strong. I haven't relit it at all, to be honest with you. Hats off to that one, man. Right, I'm approaching the final third of this beautiful Cohiba Siglo 3. The sweetness has died off a tad now, but it's still beautiful. It's still really, really nice. I've got the biscuit nature going on. It's getting slightly more spicy, but I'm putting this down to like the journey of the cigar. It's literally in 3 parts, and it's just really, really, really nice. It's one of these cigars which I'm not going to rattle through the box and smoke it all in one hit. That'd be crazy. It's one of them cigars that's so good that I'm going to pull them out every now and then, and just to have a really good cigar, which is the way you should treat Cohibas anyhow, because they are a premium product in the cigar world. But you know, this is something that doesn't need aging for me. But I'm not gonna vacuum seal it, because I want to smoke them every now and then, and I'm just happy to smoke them now. You know, it's just this is a 97 point cigar at the moment. How can it get better? I suppose as we're approaching the final third, it's sort of ramping up in strength as expected, but it's nothing that is unpleasant at all. It's just getting stronger, but with the biscuit nature, it's still smooth through the nose. I suppose, given time, if say like I smoke one in a year's time, I'd expect this area to be sanded off with glass paper, as they say, just to smooth out any slight rough edges that are there now, and it will be even better. So these, I mean, you know, it's a box of 25. Even if I have one a year, two a year, perhaps, you know, in 3 years' time, they're going to be probably a 98-point cigar for me. It's absolutely delightful. Absolutely delightful. There's no ammonia to speak of at all, which has all been wicked out just through sitting around in the back of my bloody humidor for 16 months. But wow, it's a great cigar. I don't feel that this is going to get offensive right to the very end. It's just smoking so well. So anyhow, I'm gonna leave you with that. If you can afford to go out and treat yourself to some of these, even if it means buying singles, you know, go for it. They're that good. They're that good. It's a nice size. It's a Gran Corona. It's not like a baseball bat in the mouth. It's just the perfect size for me. The Gran Corona is just a great size. Well, anyhow, I'm gonna leave it here and continue smoking it and enjoy my rest of my morning into my Sunday. Have a great weekend, and I shall be back soon with another review at some point. Have a great day, folks. Bye now.